Hey guys, this is Lawson with LT Toys and stuff, and I'm here talking with one of my friends, Alex. He's a local cosplayer. We're gonna be showing off some of the stuff he has here and some of his his favorite toys. And guess let's get into it. So, Mr. Alex, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Alrighty. And I guess what started you in like cosplaying?
Um, I always liked Halloween when I was a kid, so I was big into Halloween. So that involves dressing up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know about it being called cosplay, especially when you start doing like really awesome kind of costumes.
Mm-hmm.
But I always dressed up really cool for Halloween. Probably one of my first major costumes was Captain Hook. I had like the wig and everything, but yeah.
That's pretty cool. Alright, let me see. What have you cosplayed as?
Oh man, so many things. Of course, Darth Vader because I have all this stuff here. Um, I did the Headless Horseman from the TV series they recently had.
Oh, that's cool.
I did a Oogie Boogie.
Yep.
I made that one completely from scratch. Gosh, what else? Scout Trooper from Star Wars, again, and I made an Ewok to go on his back.
And guys, Alex is very modest. His stuff looks phenomenal when he does it.
Thanks. I did Cronin from Hellboy, a character called Corto Maltese, or Maltese, from an Italian comic book. Probably some other odds and ends here and there, but
Alright.
a bunch of different characters.
What was your favorite thing you've cosplayed as?
My favorite thing, probably one of my favorite things is cosplaying as Vader, because he's so iconic and so many people love him and Star Wars. And when they see like a really good Vader, it's like come to life in front of them, and they get so excited. Adults and kids alike. So it's always fun to make that happen.
And what is the hardest thing for you to cosplay as?
Probably Vader again. It's a lot of pieces. It's full body coverage. I'm wearing heel lifts. I'm 6'2". Vader's a lot taller than that. The helmet itself inside adds a little bit of height, but I wear heel lifts as well as like kind of platform shoes. It's got a pleather bodysuit. Leather ones are really expensive, but I hear they breathe a little better. So it's hot and sweaty and uncomfortable, but like I said, it's also fun to bring it to life for so many people because he's such an iconic character.
Alright, and if you could cosplay as anything, what would you want to cosplay as? If you don't already do it.
That's a hard question. There are some things that I've thought about, wanting to maybe make. I don't know if you've seen the Disney 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yes.
Made in the 50s.
Yeah.
Like the underwater suits.
Oh,
like
that would be pretty cool.
That they have.
That'd be pretty cool. I didn't know that was a movie till too long ago. I got the book, and my dad was like, "Hey, this is a movie."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, dang."
I love the design aspects of that movie, like the way they designed the Nautilus and everything in there. So I really like the dive suits, and I saw some really great spacesuits from Alien at a convention, and while they're kind of not the same thing, they're also kind of similar. So yeah, I think that would be really cool.
That would be pretty cool. All right, let me see. What is anything about what your next cosplay you're working on or anything?
It's not too different. You've seen me do Ghostbusters. I recently got the HasLab pack, which I'm doing a bunch of different modifications to.
That pack's pretty nice.
There's still a bunch of other like little gizmos and pieces that I need to get for that to really have more of a complete costume. So I guess I'm still working on that one. I don't have a totally new one planned right now.
Cool. I guess let's start talking about toys. What is your favorite figure toy in your collection?
Um, I mean, this one's pretty cool. It's just a standard like Vader action figure, Power of the Force, but it is signed by David Prowse. So that one I really like. Of course, he's no longer with us. I never got to meet him at a convention. I kind of started to going conventions kind of late, kind of when he stopped going. So unfortunately, I never got to meet him, but I really like that one. And of course, this was my, probably not my first action figure. But it was a hand-me-down from my brother. It's an original 1977 12-inch
Now,
Darth Vader.
was this one yours when you were a kid, or?
Yeah, he gave it to me when I was really young.
All right. That's pretty cool.
And
it's crazy you're able to keep him in like such great shape.
Well, I mean, either I broke his leg or he kind of already had a broken leg when he was given to me. So I eventually took him apart and I made him a whole new cape and did a couple other stuff to him. So he's probably not as collectible as he would be in like original condition, but I think he's still pretty cool and looks great with the cape that I made for him. So
that's so cool. All right, what would you say your most expensive item in your collection is?
As far as toys go, I don't know if you'd really consider it a toy, but I have like the Grogu statues. I've got the two different ones they made, like Hot Toys, and gosh, what was the other company? I can't remember. But the two that they came out with, I got those.
No, those are pretty nice looking though.
They're nice.
We've had a couple of them. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What is a figure that you want but don't have?
So recently I haven't been buying a lot of like carded figures. I'd rather just kind of have them loose, and I feel bad ripping them out of their packaging.
And it feels like it takes a bit of your soul away or something.
Yeah. But currently on my mind is they came out with like a George Lucas in Stormtrooper armor. So he's got the head, but it's like him in Stormtrooper armor.
That does look pretty cool. I've seen a few in real life.
Yeah, I need to check eBay if they have one that's out of the package, just so I could have it. But yeah.
Alrighty. Well, what does your family think about you cosplaying and collecting?
I mean, they always like seeing my new stuff. My niece gets excited about it. My mom's always impressed with like the stuff that I'm able to put together, or especially the parts that I've made myself.
I mean, who wouldn't be there? You do like amazing work.
Thanks. Like this helmet here, like the face mask I cast in clear resin myself.
Oh, okay.
And did all the finishing work on it, so that I could do like the electrified Vader cosplay, which was a big hit because a lot of people just do like standard Vader and not like little variations. And it's got like light up stuff inside. I don't know if it shows up on the video, but it's got the light up behind the mask to make it kind of look like it's electrified. So that was a really cool one.
Well, I guess I'm going to jump around a little bit now. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
My favorite cartoon? You know, one that I thought about recently, I don't know if it's because like some toys that I saw here that just reminded me of it, but SWAT Cats.
SWAT
I don't know if you've seen SWAT Cats.
We've had some of the figures before.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun show. And I was thinking, you know, that could be something that I feel like they could reboot.
Yeah.
SWAT Cats.
It'd be cool if they rebooted
Yeah, because that was a pretty cool show.
Yeah, that Cowboys and Moo Mesa. It's like they could do a couple of them. Toxic Avengers, the Toxic Crusaders. It'd be pretty cool. Alrighty, what is your favorite TV show or cartoon now?
Gosh, my favorite one. I mean, I don't watch a ton of cartoons right now. I like kind of murder mystery cop shows or stuff like that. But I do really like Rick and Morty.
That's pretty fun. All right. What was your favorite movie as a kid?
My favorite movie as a kid, probably Pete's Dragon. That's
Alright.
one of my favorite movies. I know they made a new one with a CGI
Yeah.
dragon, but the original one, the dragon was animated, and everything else was live action.
And I saw the original one. It's pretty cool how they did it.
Yeah, and it has a great character in it, the bad guy, Dr. Terminus. And he has some funny songs that he sings, because it's kind of like a musical.
Yep.
I'd cosplay as him and perform one of those songs at like a masquerade show. I think that would be really fun too.
Alrighty, I'm gonna ask, are you more of a Marvel or a DC guy?
That's a hard question.
I know there's greats in both of them.
Yeah, there's so much Marvel now. I mean, so much Marvel. But then, Batman is part of DC. And I actually saw a trailer, I think it's for The Flash, where Michael Keaton is going to come back as Batman. And that's cool. Like super exciting. And they like took a sheet off of like the Michael Keaton Batman, like the Tim Burton Batmobile. And I was like, yeah.
I think that's the best one. Go crazy over that.
So like probably DC because Batman and that Batmobile.
So I'm guessing is Batman one of your favorite superheroes?
I don't know if he's one of my favorite superheroes. He's pretty cool. Maybe Superman.
Superman has all the powers. All right, who would you say your favorite villain is?
My favorite villain, I mean, obviously it might be Darth Vader.
All right.
Because, he is the villain, but he's the villain
that
you like. He's like cool. I mean, he just looks so cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, what did you want your job to be when you were younger?
Oh man, I'm not even sure what I wanted to be when I was younger. I mean, I always like creative stuff, so it would be really cool to work in, some kind of industry where, I get to make props or costumes or things like that.
That'd be a pretty fun job.
Maybe like a Disney Imagineer.
That'd be
probably when I first learned about like that was a thing. I was probably like, yeah, that would be really cool.
And I have some friends that want to do that. Alrighty, what's your job now?
I mean, right now I work at Amazon.
Alrighty.
I also make like art pieces and lighting from found objects and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
Do a lot of graphic design things. So I do a bunch of different stuff.
All right, and what is your favorite type of movie genre?
My favorite movie genre?
Sci-fi, horror, action.
Probably action.
Action?
I mean, there's a lot of action movies that I can watch over and over, and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like the Die Hard movies.
Yeah.
The old Jack Ryan movies with Harrison Ford, like Clear and Present Danger and ones like that. And there's a really stupid action comedy movie from the 80s called The Hudson Hawk. Mm-hmm. And I love that movie so much. Not that many people, I think, have seen it. It's kind of obscure. I have no clue
what it is.
It's just corny stuff. It's got Bruce Willis in it.
All right.
And yeah, probably action. Yeah.
Alrighty. This is back to cosplaying. What's the weirdest thing that's happened while you were cosplaying?
The weirdest. Okay. So there was an episode of Saturday Night Live, hosted by the guy who plays Kylo Ren.
Okay.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Adam Driver. Adam Driver was hosting, and he did an undercover boss, as Kylo Ren doing Undercover Boss on the Death Star, and he played this character. And the next convention, the next big convention I went to that year, there were like 30, 40 people dressed as him, as that character. And I was walking through a corridor, and they were headed towards me. They all surrounded me, and like started calling me like, oh, grandfather, all this stuff.
So you were dressed as Darth.
I was dressed as Darth Vader, and they totally like surrounded me. Like I wish I had like a video or something of that encounter, but it was so just spur of the moment thing.
Alrighty, what's your favorite superhero movie that's come out? This can include Marvel, DC. It could include like a random one.
A random one. Superhero movie.
And then Marvel's been putting out. They've been blasting out some movies, and DC's been blasting out some movies. So
I would say it would probably be one of the Iron Man movies.
alright, those are always pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
I personally like the third one the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say it may even be the first one. It was just, I mean, it really just blew open the doors for what followed.
Yeah.
As far as all those movies coming out, and Robert Downey Jr. Man, it was like he was born to play that role. So that's pretty good.
I didn't know he was in Weird Science. He was one of the kids in Weird Science. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Oh man, he was so young.
Alright, what's your favorite Star Wars movie out of the franchise?
Oh boy. It would definitely be one of the original trilogy. I would probably have to go with Return of the Jedi.
Alrighty.
It's got Darth Vader. It's got Ewoks.
Yep.
It's got Scout Troopers.
I thought the Rancor was cool in that one. I
yeah.
I love that.
I just got a Rancor figure the other week
when
I was here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi.
Alrighty. What's a toy you wanted as a kid but never had?
Oh, okay. Well, I have it now. Does that count? I wanted it when I was a kid, but I never got it. And in going back to Batman, it was Batman Returns, Batman Returns, and it was the Batmobile where the sides shot off. It's about this big, because in the movie he goes through like a little alley, and the sides of the Batmobile shoot off so he can get through the alley, and it's a huge toy. And I never had that when I was a kid, but I finally found it on eBay in a big lot of Batman stuff. And I bought the whole lot just for that.
It's nice when you get a moment like that and you're like, I finally have it. Alrighty, what was a lame toy you got as a kid?
A lame toy?
I'm sure everybody gets bad toys.
Oh man. There was like this thing, I think it was called like creepy crawlers.
Okay, yeah, where you make the goop and it's like the bugs.
And then it like cures it.
You for real weren't a big fan of that?
I don't know.
I know, I used to have one.
Really used to have one too?
Yeah.
That's funny.
If you could go back in time, what's something that you would get?
Ooh. If I like a toy?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's a hard question. I'm trying to think if there's got to be a Star Wars toy that I've seen, because I have books of like, that have like pictures of all the different Star Wars merchandise and toys that they came out with.
I know I haven't had a blue snaggletooth yet, and I think that'd be a cool one to get. Just the red snaggletooth, I loved him as a figure, and I haven't had a blue one yet. So blue one I think would be pretty cool.
Because he's so collectible, I'd probably go back and get the the first run of Boba Fett's with the little missile that shoots out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You'd be sitting on a little fortune if you had that.
I'd be like, how many of those you got? Bring them back with me. I'd be a millionaire.
If you could go back in time, what is some advice that you'd give your younger self?
What is some advice I give my younger self? I would probably tell myself to start going to conventions and things like that earlier. When I was younger, even though I was into this stuff, it never crossed my mind, or I just didn't know about, big conventions like that. So, I didn't.
Because you probably could have met some cool people.
Yeah, like I didn't go to my first big convention till like 2014.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's not that long ago when I think about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, and here is the last question, and most important question is how cool do you think my store is, and do you think everybody watching this should come check it out?
I think everybody watching this needs to come to LT Toys and Stuff because, I mean, they have you have such a wide variety of selection and amount of stuff. I mean, I first came to you when you were just a couple doors down in a much smaller place, and you still had, a huge selection of so many different things. Some of the other stores around here, I'm not going to name any names, but, they don't have everything that you have. I mean, oh my gosh, it's so much.
No, we try to keep a big variety of stuff.
Definitely.
But I guess, thank you, Mr. Alex. Thank you for your time. And thank you all for watching. I guess make sure y'all like and subscribe. Bye.